Hello super friends and welcome to DC TV Talk, and in today's episode we're going to be breaking down and going over the official Elseworlds teaser trailer, and this is the full one for the full crossover, so let's discuss. So we've had quite a few teasers building up to this full trailer, which, you know, we had the Oliver Queen and Iris West one, then we had the Barry Allen and John Diggle one, we got the Batwoman one, we got the one with Kara and Alex, but now this appears to be the actual trailer for the entire crossover. This gives us a lot more of a better idea of what the story is, what's going down, how it's still all happening, and to be honest, even though, you know, I've had a lot of questions about what the story of this crossover actually is, and it still appears like, you know, we have a better idea, but there's still so many questions I have, which is a good thing. Now, I'm surprised we didn't get a full, like, 2.5 minute trailer like we did for Crisis on Earth X, but I guess maybe they just didn't want to do that, and they want to keep as much, they want to keep as much secret as possible, which is a good thing. I'm happy about that, and given the fact that this trailer was only 30 seconds long, I think it gave us quite a lot to chew on. So the trailer opens up with this shot of Barry Allen. Now, I think that there's a very interesting point to be made here that I've seen a lot of people talk about, which is that this is very reminiscent of the shot from the Arrow Season 7 premiere where Oliver wakes up in prison. Now, I don't really feel like this is the case, though, as personally, I think Oliver is actually going to get out of prison in this week's episode of Arrow. But, there is still a theory there that maybe Oliver is still in prison come the crossover, and, maybe Barry, or as Oliver, wakes up in prison. That would be very interesting. I'd definitely like to see that. I think that'd be funny, and it'd be an interesting twist, especially because obviously Barry's been in prison before as well, last season on The Flash, so it'd definitely be interesting, but like I say, personally, I don't really feel like that's the case, just because I think Oliver will be out of prison come the end of episode 7. We hear Stephen Amell say something is wrong with reality, and we get a good look at him here in the new Flash suit. I have to say, I just think Stephen Amell really rocks the Flash costume. I think he looks so good in it. I'm loving the whole look, the aesthetic, the design with him in it. The beard, I think, works really well. Kind of like, what's really funny is, everyone complains about this new Flash costume not having the chin strap, and what I think is really funny is that Stephen Amell's beard is almost like a compromise for that. Like, just in terms of the look of it, it almost looks like a chin strap. So I think it actually works in terms of the cowl. It actually works a lot better for Stephen Amell due to the beard. And we see that Stephen Amell also goes on to say that everybody thinks we're each other. So this basically explains, what's going on, that to them, they know they're in the wrong bodies, they know they're in the wrong lives, but everyone around them, like all of their friends and their families and things, they see them as their regular person. So, Iris looks at Oliver Queen and sees Barry Allen. Felicity will look, or, Diggle in this case, Diggle will look at Barry Allen and see Oliver Queen. So they know they're in the wrong bodies, but they don't necessarily have the, the potential to say that. And I think that's obviously why they're going to go to Supergirl's Earth, because to them, they won't be affected. We then see Jeremy Davis, who is going to be playing Dr. John Deegan, who's otherwise known as Dr. Destiny. He appears to be the villain of the crossover. We can see he has this massive book that he's been given by the Monitor, and we see that Oliver and Diggle, or Barry and Diggle in this case, come up to Dr. Destiny and say, you rewrote reality, you can change it, and John Deegan says, why would I want to do that? So obviously, John must be getting something out of this. Like, there must be something that is benefiting him. Otherwise, why would he do it? Unless he's just completely mental. And, because he is actually a doctor at Arkham Asylum, and people are saying, the synopsis was, someone who is even crazier than the inmates he treats. So this could be like a simple thing where he just has this godlike power and he just uses it and he doesn't want to give it up because, it's a pretty power. The fact he's able to rewrite reality, I mentioned this in my video yesterday, that's really scary. Like, that's a scary power. Although it's really fun and it's creative on a writing standpoint, in reality, that is a scary power. Like, he can literally do anything. He can do absolutely anything. He could literally change the entire Arrowverse. He could change, and change things like, if this guy was a super big Tommy fan, he could bring back Tommy to Arrow. That's all I'm saying. He could bring back Moira. He could literally just do anything he wanted. That's quite scary, and I think that's really interesting. Now, what I love is that we actually then get some dialogue from John Wesley Shipp as the 90's Flash. He is talking to the Monitor, and he says, stop this now. Don't do to this Earth what you did to mine. Now, this raises so many questions. Obviously, there's a huge question mark surrounding the 90's Flash. Like, why is he in this episode or in this crossover? How is he in it? Is this in the same continuity as the Arrowverse and, other 90's Flash show and that in the same universe? Like, what's going on? So I'm very interested. Now, what actually happened to his Earth? I don't know. I've not actually seen the 90's Flash. I heard it ends on a cliffhanger, but I don't actually know. I've never seen it myself. So I don't know, how it might feed in story-wise. But I'm so interested and so excited by the fact they have the 90's Flash here. And given the fact that the Monitor has a connection to the 90's Flash and the world that he and the Earth that he comes from, I think, you know, that's going to be a big reveal, and I'm very excited about that indeed. We also see this shot of Caitlyn as Killer Frost, so Killer Frost is in this crossover. I believe, like, pretty much all of the side characters that we know are going to be in the crossover, but, you know, some will have bigger roles, because from what we can see, it appears that Cisco and Caitlyn have quite substantial roles within the crossover as Flash characters, and then I believe, like, the only Arrow character that's going to have, like, a substantial role appears to be Diggle, so, you know, it's going to be, you know, our main characters of Oliver, Barry, and Kara, and then and then also Batwoman's going to be there, obviously Superman's going to be there, Lois is going to be there, but then we're also going to have side characters of Caitlyn, Cisco, and Diggle as our other supporting characters. So, you know, I think this tells us that other characters such as, you know, like Renee, Curtis, Dinah, you know, new Team Arrow, Felicity, they're not going to be as big. They might be in the Arrow episode or the Flash episode as in the beginning, but they're not going to be a big part of it. Same goes for, like, Brainiac 5, who we know is in the Supergirl episode of the crossover. There's also, like, you know, other Team Flash members like Ralph, Nora, Sherlock, probably not going to be a big part of it. So our main characters who we can expect are obviously our main heroes, and then we've got Cisco, Caitlyn as Killer Frost, and Diggle. So we then see the Monitor actually handing the book to Dr. Destiny, and he's saying, you know, I'm giving you godlike powers, show them what a god can do, and with that we see the black suit Superman. So this does, you know, the way it's framed in the trailer makes it seem as if the black suit Superman comes about due to Dr. Destiny. Now, you know, the fact that he kind of writes this character into reality now. There was a synopsis release that stated that, you know, the black suit Superman comes from a dark corner of the multiverse, so obviously that tells me that this is from another Earth. Or this version of Superman is from another Earth. So, I don't know. Obviously, this could be the trailer just manipulating things, but, you know, it seems like that this Superman may come into creation due to Dr. Destiny, or, per the synopsis, comes in via a different Earth, you know, from a dark corner of the multiverse. Just have to wait and see. I'm just so happy they're doing black suit Superman. I think that's incredible. Or whether it's Superman Prime, whatever it might be, I just love they're doing that interpretation. I love Tyler Hoechlin. I love his version of Superman. I think he's incredible. So seeing this version, very, very excited. I'm definitely interested to see where they take it. And I'm very, very excited just overall. This trailer, though, was really exciting. Like, even though it's only 30 seconds long, this gave us a really good idea of what the story is, what we can expect, how it's going to feed throughout the 3 episodes, you know, starting on The Flash, then Arrow, then Supergirl. Gives us a really good idea of what we can expect. And I think that's a really awesome idea. I love this trailer. It's got me so hyped for this crossover. You know, I think this is the crossover I've been the most hyped for. Like, I was very excited for Invasion. I was very excited about Crisis, but, you know, just Elseworlds, it looks like it's something else, and I'm just really interested to see where they take it, especially because I still have so many question marks, and I think that's great. This just looks balls to the wall, it looks absolutely mental, and I think it looks all the better for it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, it will help me out a lot, and share this video with anyone and everyone you know who loves DC TV and get them to join the community. And as always guys, please subscribe for all of your latest content on Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Arrow, and also make sure you stay tuned for my Supergirl review, which will be coming up later up tonight. And with all that said guys, I hope to see you again in my next video.